Hello and welcome to the Kosh podcast, the first ever podcast with me, Korie Headley.
And myself, Josh Wilkinson.
Today we're just going to talk about ourselves, talk about our lives at the minute. So let's just kick things straight off. Our socials will be down below in the description as well, so you can go follow us there. And all our new Kosh socials will also be there as well. So Josh, tell me about yourself. What are you doing at the moment?
About myself, well, at the moment, I'm currently at Rotherham University.
Nice.
And I'm
Nice.
currently studying Performing Arts BA Honours with Korie.
Wow.
God. Tell them how long we've been studying together.
We have been together for way too long. Yeah, what do you mean way too long though? Like, way too long sounds like an insult. I know I said it, but like
at least about 4 years, 5 years.
it's been 4 years.
Hasn't it recently just been 4 years?
Just been 4 years in September.
4 years,
Yeah, September 4th, I think, was when we first officially met. And now look at us on a podcast. Who'd have fucking thought, you know?
Can I just say how long we've been trying to record the first episode of the podcast?
I'm gonna put an image on screen right now of the setup at the moment. It is so knackered. It's but humble beginnings.
But it's okay because the mess that you've seen, it doesn't look like that.
No, it creates this beautiful.
Yeah.
You are way like you got so much space. You can I've got like a little corner here. If anyone's watching and you're a brand, please help us. We need brand partnerships. Gatorade, Prime.
Prime. They make plenty of money, so
they do. So they can just
Lucasade, Red Bull. I mean, Red Bull. We do drink a lot of Red Bull.
We do drink a lot of Red Bull.
Just imagine like us having a Red Bull each year.
Oh my god.
Red Bull. What?
Just
shut up. What about a Red Bull microphone each? I've seen Angry Ginger with them. Have you seen them?
Yeah, he does have a cool.
Yes.
Just imagine your product in those.
Like a fridge, mini fridge there.
Just here. No.
Yeah, a Red Bull mini fridge.
Not a mini fridge here.
So, guys, if you don't know already, we're living in a student accommodation. So we're currently recording this in the kitchen, and fingers crossed that nobody walks in.
We've had one person walk in, but he's nice. He's a nice one.
Yeah. Maybe we should try and push them. Podcast one week.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so tell me about yourself. So you're currently studying performing arts, BA Honours.
That's right.
What do you do for work? You have a really cool job.
So for work, I recently just got a job with Forefront Events. Now, Forefront Events is an event company where we build stages, LED screens, lights, provide tech, crews, anything really, to suit any event. So
Forefront Events could also sponsor us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So if you ever need an LED screen.
Hi Forefront.
I know Ashley will be watching this. I'll be sending it him. Don't worry.
Send us a few microphones and stuff.
Maybe when we go on tour one day with the podcast, we could have the LED screen in the background. There we go.
Come on. You want to.
There we go. But I found Forefronts actually through an event that I run, which is a bit more about me. I run an event that comes on every year, and the event's called Rotherham's Got Talent, where we search for talent in Rotherham. And even though it's called Rotherham's Got Talent, it doesn't mean you have to be from Rotherham to audition. You can be from anywhere really, anywhere in Yorkshire, anywhere really, as long as you're willing to travel, and that's all that matters.
Tell the people when the finals are.
So the grand finals is actually on 7th of February, and I've got some good news, guys. We have 2 celebrity judges joining the panel, and that is... No, sorry. He thinks he's famous, but he's really not. Anyway, back to the point. The celebrities are Will Burns from Britain's Got Talent. Now, you said you're a big fan of Will Burns.
I am a big fan of Will Burns.
He's really good, like the impressions he does. Maybe 1 week, sorry to interrupt, maybe 1 week we actually get him on the podcast.
It would be nice. We could also just bring it to Rotherham's Got Talent afterwards. No, Will Burns is really good. I'm a big impressionist myself. I love doing impressions, don't I? No, I do. I do a lot. I do a fair
He tries.
Few, like Stitch from the Lilo Stitch. Or Hannah Man's Family. You know what I mean? It's pretty good.
See, I can't do any. All I can do is, I want that one. I want that one. I can't do it.
Yeah, let's move on. Tell me about your acting career. You started off. Well, you started off.
So
dancing, didn't you?
I started off actually as a dancer. Yeah, from the age of 5, I went to a dance group in Rotherham, which was called NLSPA, And then obviously it rebounded to warehouse. Now, I'll tell you a bit of a story about that actually. So I started at 5, and obviously I've got autism and learning difficulties, and I'm dyslexic. So starting something new like dancing was very difficult for me. And I weren't getting on very well. I weren't making friends how not like normal people would make friends straight
Neurotypical.
away. Huh?
Neurotypical. Yeah, they know it. Don't say normal.
There you go.
Love that from Craig.
He said it for me.
Neurotypical.
So I quit, and then I went to swimming. Really enjoyed swimming lessons. Really got on very, very well.
I bet you're really good at breaststroke, aren't you? Sorry.
Sure.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
And then my favourite, I got attached to this swimming teacher who was really good. Like, he was amazing. Like, he understood everything. And then he left. And then, I will say I don't like change. I struggle with change. I can control it a bit now, but then I was really struggling with the change. So then I think I took a break for a couple of years. And then I found myself back into dancing with NLSPA, which then moved. And then it went from there, really. I did a couple of competitions all around England. And then it hit COVID. And that's when I'd found myself doing singing lessons on Zoom. So obviously I started doing some singing lessons. And then I started doing musical theatre at a local theatre group called RTSA.
What's your favourite musical you've done?
Favourite musical?
I bet I can guess. I bet it's Kinky Boots.
Yeah. But I feel like it would have to be Nativity.
Really?
Nativity
It's iconic though.
was a really fun
It is very
musical.
iconic.
Really fun musical to do. So yeah, I joined RTSA. I did a Zoom audition in lockdown, and then found myself doing musical theatre. Now, a true fact is, I never used to like musical theatre. I could not stand it.
Really?
Could never stand it. Literally, could never stand it.
I used to be the same.
I hated it.
But I want to do more.
But then it was when I tested it out, I was like, love this.
So energetic, so
And now,
fun.
and when I first did my first show, I just wanted to do more and more and more and more and more and more. But obviously, the reason why I'm doing the full-on acting degree is so I can more improve on my acting, and become a better actor, because I've got my experience with dancing, singing, and stuff like that. And now I want to try and grow as an actor, and just learn about more skills.
Lovely. Yeah, I mean, I can personally say I think you've improved in your acting massively, especially from like
I'd
a
like
few
to
years
think.
ago. You definitely have.
Yeah.
My first kind of knowledge of you when we first met each other, we did a show called Flan and Isle, and we had a scene together where we had to be drunk, and that. At that age, being 16, I never actually was drunk before then, so I had to pretend to be drunk.
Well, we couldn't drink
not
at that
knowing
point, so it was,
exactly.
like, really
Well,
weird.
yeah, but like, you know, in the UK, some people get drunk before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so I had to kind of lean off you and
Yeah.
so it's quite nice.
That was like one of the first times we actually properly bonded, I think. Well, we were already friends before then,
Yeah,
but like that had connected us more together as friends and stuff like that.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a bit different than Josh. I've
Go on, tell everyone your story. Now we want to hear your story.
I started like about 8, I think. But never really acted until probably GCSE, like year 10. I was so fascinated. Fun fact: when I was born, the first ever thing that I watched when I came home, obviously I don't remember it, was Doctor Who. It was on the TV, and now I've got such a massive passion about Doctor Who. It's quite nice to it's like a full circle moment. But when I fully understood things and started to watch Doctor Who on my own back, I fell in love with it. You know, thinking, oh, I can do that, or I want to do that, or you know, I want to be involved in that kind of world. Quite nice. So I've got a back up on a short story. So you know, one day I told my parents I was passionate about acting, and they really pushed for that, and they took me to a drama school in Mansfield, and I was really nervous. I was hyping myself up. Like,
I don't know this bit. I don't know if you've ever told me about this bit. So
I definitely have.
I don't know. I've never heard that bit.
When you hear the punchline, you will.
Okay, go on then.
I walked in and there was a bunch of girls, and I was so scared. Like there was, I don't think I'd proper spoken to a girl then, and there was so many, and I think I was there for about 14 minutes. I said, "Mom," I was so scared.
That's the problem in it with the acting world and that's why a lot of companies are always desperate for lads.
Yeah,
Because it's mostly girls, and I think at the minute in time, not the minute in time, that did not make sense. Sorry, at the minute, the theatre world is starting to fill up with boys now. I've noticed a lot of men
there is.
starting
Well,
to get
we
involved.
got offered, didn't we?
Yeah.
With a company to do a show because they were struggling with boys.
What show was it now?
We Will Rock You.
Oh, it Will Rock You, yeah.
And unfortunately, I just think the timing was off.
Yeah, I think with me, the reason why I didn't want to do We Will Rock You is because, like, I want to concentrate now on degree. Like, it's the second year.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very important year. And yeah, I might have time to do We Will Rock You. Yeah, I've got the time to do it. But it takes me away from coursework, stuff like that. And being able to learn a massive script at the same time of
doing degree,
being worried about my degree work.
Yeah,
that's the problem I had.
I think maybe next year, like if we got like because we'll have a taste of it.
I'm a bit disappointed, like because We Will Rock You is a show that I want to do, and we might not get that opportunity again.
No, well, we don't know. Around here, they do tend to copy a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
But no, back on with my journey with acting. Yeah, so I never really kind of put my foot through the door after that, and then I started doing shows in GCSE. Well, fun fact, I was actually never in GCSE. I was in BTEC because I thought I was really bad.
Did you do BTEC Performing Arts?
I did.
I did. We brought it in because it were a new thing, weren't it? It got brought in our year, if I'm correct, or year.
But I will always have a vendetta on my school. Now I'm gonna shout out my school, right? I thought I was so good. Okay, maybe it's my ego talking, but there was some people in my year that should have not even been in GCSE, and I was stuck in BTEC with all the great people. I shouldn't have been there at all. I'm just gonna put that out there. Anyway, so I finished that. I got a level. In fact, no, I didn't even finish it because of COVID. Our teacher at the time was also pregnant, so we actually didn't have to get to do our like, exam work. So that's why I did level 2 in college. I got a distinction from that. But I was always, I want film and TV. I love film and TV.
So you do like doing a bit of musical theatre, don't you? But you're more film and TV.
I love doing plays as well. Plays are like, I don't know. It's so comforting for me. It's like I can just. A few years ago, I was not a few years ago, like maybe a year ago. No. 2 years ago, I did a show called Punk Rock. Brilliant, fucking amazing play. And I'm in love with it to this day. I want to do it multiple times, but then I was not in the right headspace. But being able to do that show and just pretend to be someone else, especially such a brutal character like Bennett, it was nice to kind of get away from that. So I think plays for me is like a comforting thing.
I think that's the thing I love about acting, that you can, what's the word for it?
I know you can just hide away, can't you?
That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
You can just hide away.
You can hide away from whatever's going on.
Yeah.
In life, and hide behind this character, and that's what I love about acting. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I took on acting.
Yeah, definitely. But then I fell in love with film and TV. Also, I did a few short films with you, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
And I just love the kind of the process that goes into film and TV. And I ended up doing my first like kind of TV work, which was a commercial, which was fun. It was fun. I just turned 18. The payment was a pint, just a free pint because we had to use it in the shot anyway. So that was great. And then finally, just was it this year that I did the film, the one that's coming out
Yeah, you filmed it this year.
this year in March.
No, actually, no, did you?
Yeah,
no, yeah, you did.
no,
You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
This year in March, I finally filmed my first ever proper feature film, which I'm so happy about.
You've been talking about an awful lot again. Obviously, I understand it.
Obviously, rightly so. It's like
it's your first like proper
yeah
project.
I'm hoping this gets my foot in the door. You know, I'm not in there for long. I didn't get paid for it, but
you see what I say with that though. You might not be in it much. You might only be like,
I think maybe 3 minutes.
Well, you never know who's watching in that audience.
No, exactly. But 3 minutes.
The way I see it is, these directors, they always pay more attention to
the people who aren't in it as much.
The people that are not in it as much.
Because I think they have the worst. They have the worst job. You have the kind of hero person, or the kind of evil person who's kind of like the forefront of the film, forefront of the film, and then you have
another hint.
And then you have the kind of background characters that don't really get much limelight, and that's who I am in this film. And I also end the film, so I have that big job to kind of close that. And I did it with my good friend Lewis Keith. I love Lewis Keith. If you're watching, hi Lewis.
Hey up, Lewis.
Who I've also done a film with, and bless him, he's hardly acted before. He's hardly acted before because he creates films, and you know.
I find myself though when I'm watching these movies and like stuff like Coronation Street and stuff, I always find myself paying more attention to the extras.
But as actors, we do. Yeah. You know, like I think, so say if I'm watching Coronation Street and I see a background actor, like, oh, I would have done that. Why is he doing that? Yeah, you kind of pick out those like really picky moments, and it's quite fun. We have a new tutor. I'm also not going to say a name, but we have a new tutor who might help us in our career as well, which is quite nice. She's a casting director. She does choreography for TV and film.
Does, yeah. And isn't she now like a casting?
Yeah, so she's casting currently
a new role on where she's casting for something at the minute.
Yeah.
When she's not told us what, she can't tell us
all
what.
We know is that we need to shave our head.
Yes.
Not fully shave it. I think it's like,
if we want to do it.
It's more like short back and sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which
so
is fine.
We kind of threw a hint at her last week, actually. We said, well, we don't mind having a short back and sides. I mean, it's a free haircut.
Yeah, exactly. Free haircut, maybe a bit of makeup. Because
at the minute, let's be honest, for an haircut, it's nearly bloody 50 quid just for
an
haircut.
I also need one, if you can tell. It's so long. Like look at that.
Yeah, but
I like Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, but I like your long hair. I think it suits you.
It does. I want a mullet. I want to try a mullet. And if I want to, but
I kind of want to put it on the screen, like a Photoshop version of yourself. I mean, with a mullet.
Yeah, I'll try.
Let's do a vote, guys. Let us know if you think a mullet would suit him.
There'll be an image right here.
And we should. And what we'll do 1 week on the podcast, we'll do some type of challenge where you have no choice but to do it.
Okay. If I lose a challenge.
Yes.
Okay. So what do we do for you if you lose a challenge?
I will. I don't know.
I think I got the idea because you mentioned it earlier. I think you need to dress up as the IB for Final Boss and go out in the street.
Yeah. Just literally run around in the street. Deal.
And
we'll film it for the TikTok page.
Yes.
And all social media.
But yeah, so that's a bit about me. I got a film coming out. It's also Amazon. If you wanna go watch it, it's called All You Do Is Bleed, out on Amazon. I think this month. I messaged the director. He's not too sure. The kind of the special effects and stuff is still in the works. It takes quite a while for special effects. Other than that, we'll let you know when it's.
There's a couple of stuff that I feel like you've missed. You've
what
gone.
Have I missed? Ask me the questions. Go on.
You've jumped.
Yeah, I probably
you've completely missed a year. Like you've not told him about like you actually have got a film on Amazon.
I do. Oh my god, I do. I have a film called Social Agony on Amazon. It's
also, guys. Sorry, if you catch us looking down on our
we're looking at the
we're still new to this, and I keep catching myself looking.
Well, we had a bit of an error, didn't we? We started the podcast. It started doing an encoding error. If anyone knows what that means, it just means it's going laggy. But now it's fine. It's fine. But no, I have a film called Social Agony. It's it got a lot of publication. I think
It did. I think it shocked you, didn't it?
Yeah, really, really, really did.
And I think At the time, obviously, your granddad had passed away, hadn't you, too? So it was quite
Yes.
a difficult.
Okay. Let
year.
me kind of. So during the time that was well, he was in the hospital when I was filming it. We kind of got news that he didn't have long. But I still kind of wanted to carry on making the film. So I did the film. And I'd say I think I filmed it in November, and he passed away December the 1st. So maybe 2 weeks later, he passed away. And I love telling this story. It's the most beautiful story I've ever had. I've ever got to tell. While he was passing away, I had a moment with him alone in his room, and I took his hand. I might get a bit emotional here. I took his hand, and there was that feeling of just, I don't know what the feeling is. It's just, you feel so empty because you know something's about to leave your life.
Yeah.
You and I was holding his hand, and he started crying, and I remember just telling him that the film I'm making is gonna be for you. I'm gonna dedicate it to you, and he started crying more. And my granddad was like a massive, massive inspiration to me.
He was quite a big fan of everything you were doing, weren't he?
He was. He supported everything. I remember being young with my brother, sitting in his living room watching WWE. Shout out Sinclair. Sinclair, Sinclair. I think Sinclair. And yeah, just knowing. No, it's quite selfish for the world for it to do that to me. Like, my granddad was the closest person. I was closest with, despite my actual mum and dad. My granddad was like, the person I always turned to, and it was a shame because the years leading up to it, I didn't really speak to him much. Obviously, I did, but I didn't speak to him as much as little Korie did. And I just remember regretting so many things in that moment when I was holding his hand and I'm seeing him cry, and I wish I had more time. But yeah, so I dedicated the film to my granddad. And the thing that hit me the most is when my mum first saw it.
Yeah.
Seeing that dedication to him just broke her, and it's something that I'm very proud of. I'm not proud of the film anymore. I keep watching the film back, and I just don't think it's good. But
yeah, that's what that's obviously director man playing up in.
yeah, I feel like I could have done better.
Yeah.
There was sorry, there was some bits while I was filming. People had to leave early and didn't really, give the time of day to be in it. But yeah, I dedicated that to him. And another thing I did quite recently, his favorite song was "My Way," by Frank Sinatra, and my mum and my nan just couldn't listen to it at all, because obviously it was at his funeral. It was one of his favorite songs. It was just so hard for them to kind of listen to it. So I took it upon myself to, behind the scenes, no one really knew I was doing online vocal lessons. And I took some time. I only did have about 3 or 4. But I knew what I was doing.
Not even I knew you were doing them.
No. And then I decided to make a cover of My Way, and again, the reaction I got from my mum was
brilliant.
It was so nice. I'll play a bit for you at the end of the podcast, but no, it was something I was really proud of. It's not perfect, but it's raw, and it comes from heart, and that's what I was kind of proud of. Yeah, I made Lennon cry, which not hard, Lennon. I'll be honest. You're a lovely guy, but
He's
an
a
emotional
softie,
guy.
though,
He
isn't he?
is. I
He's a
love
big
how
softie.
soft he is. But pause. But no. Yeah. So I've got a film. The film's basically about. In fact, no. Let me get the article up because the article kind of summed it up perfectly. Really, I think. We got in the newspaper. And let me. What newspaper was it?
Was it? It was the Rotherham Advertiser. I remember him coming around. He got quite a lot of recognition.
I did. Matt Colley from the Rotherham Advertiser said, film reveals peer pressure-led homophobia. We've all been to a party that has gone wrong, but a new film made by Rotherham students shows just how... There's so many ads on this page. Just how deep the effects can go. Directed by Korie Headley, Social Agony is a short film where a group of students attend a party, but as night progresses, it is revealed that two of them are involved in a homosexual affair. The rest of the film explores how they experience different forms of homophobia at the hands of their peers. Filmed in Rotherham and Workshop, Korie wanted to capture how wrapped up in their own problems teenagers often became, and how this can spiral into tragic events. He said, I would describe it as a massive teenage mess where things turn to the most extreme circumstances where a body is eventually found. Filmed originally as part of his coursework, Korie and his fellow students at Rotherham College are already planning a sequel that never happened.
It was advertised, but it never
It
happened.
was. I mean, we had a pretty solid part of the script, but and another spin-off following up on characters in the film. Korie Headley said, we're making a few spin-offs. One of them is with a character called Ziggy. Shout out Violet. So we want to go into the effects of drug abuse and how life can derail from it, because in the film they were more of a comedic character, so we wanted to kind of delve deep into that character more. In the future, Korie wants to carry on his creative endeavours as a full-time actor. However, his passion for directing is also a big driving force for him. And he says, I like to be more creative. And show off that sometimes just acting out a script I've been given. And that's about it. So yeah, basically a homophobic-led film, kind of showing the effects. I got to kiss my beautiful, beautiful friend, Jack. Oh my god.
You thought you were going to say me, didn't you? I was so jealous.
It was the most passionate, and you know, bless him. You know, he did it so well, and he came up to me like maybe a few months later, and he actually said he wasn't comfortable doing it, but he still did it for me, which is quite nice. You know, that shows true actorship. You know, true compassion, and but no, bless you, Jack. I love you. And I want him to be on the podcast. It'd be nice to have him. We need a degree podcast. That's what we need.
We need to get a degree on this.
I love you too, by the way. I do love you too.
Yeah.
But,
so we will get a degree on this podcast.
Yeah, so we will.
Have like a special episode where you'll get to meet. And do you know what we could do? We could ask him questions about us.
Yeah,
we'll do a thing of that.
Yeah,
yeah, that'll be a way to get.
We should play a game like who's more likely to, and we could have like cards of ourselves as well.
Yeah,
like make a little game within the. Anything else you want to say?
I think we've covered a lot about ourselves. You know, we've both been through some pretty tough challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a time where we weren't as close. Obviously, I can't go into too much detail.
No, God no.
No.
God no.
And I think when them two was friends, it upset me quite a lot. Because obviously, me and Korie were quite good friends. And then obviously when that person came in, it kind of felt like it took him away for a bit, and then
I'm never gonna go.
When he did disappear, and he went gone, never to be seen again, I felt like we could build the friendship.
And now look at us living together.
Yeah,
creating a podcast, called Podcast.
Yep.
That
certain person, if you're watching, you know, there you go.
But no, I think we should wrap things up. We've got how long? No. Let's go for more. Where do you want to be in 5 years?
5 years time, I would want to be teaching performing arts.
So you're doing the same as me, aren't you? You're doing this degree course, then going to PGCE.
I would love to be teaching level 2, level 3, and I think I'd be teaching different.
Yeah.
I'd be teaching on the experiences that I've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would want to teach my class.
Yeah.
And show them that, because something that frustrates me, and I hope the government are watching this, right? I don't agree with this whole maths and English thing. Because it's stressful. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't usually tell people this, but you know what? Stop it. I'm gonna tell you. I failed maths every single time in college. I failed in school. English I didn't fail, but I technically classed as a fail, but I didn't get like a U on it. I got like a grade 2 or grade 1 one of the years, and that affected me. That I had to go from the start, so I had to go from level 2, level 3, which if I had passed them, I'd be on my last year. We'd be like, if you work it out, we'd be on our last year of degree.
Yeah,
we'd be in the same year as Olivia. Now, if you don't know Olivia's on our degree, but we'd be on the same year as Olivia.
Would. That's crazy.
Now, Korie did pass his maths and English.
But
I think because you had built a bond with a lot of us.
That's the thing.
You didn't want to lose that bond.
The original reason why I applied for level 2 is because I didn't do my level 2. I missed the opportunity because of COVID, and I thought, I'll redo it. I'll prove myself that I can do it, because obviously I was in BTEC, and I felt like I shouldn't be in BTEC. So I thought, I got a distinction, by the way, so I was fucking amazing. But halfway through, like 3 weeks in probably.
Random question: did your BTEC have levels? In my BTEC, we had a level 1 and we had a level 2.
Oh, it might have done actually.
We had a level 1 BTEC and a level 2 BTEC.
I can't remember.
I think I did my level 1 and level 2. And that's why Craig put me up to level 2 diploma and it's level
1. Sorry. Yeah, so I got offered to move into level 3 like halfway through, like 3 weeks in.
That just sent me a reminder.
And
do you remember walking through the corridor to ask David Burgess?
Oh my god.
We can mention his full name because he doesn't work there anymore. But I remember me and Korie, and we'd not long been friends either. I think we'd only been at the college like 2 weeks. And this was when we were fuming because we was like, we should be on level 3. Like, even I would, because I didn't know everything about the maths and English. So we were walking through the corridor, and David Burgess goes, and we were asking him about level 3, blah, blah, blah. But before we get to him, what does he say? We're on our phones, aren't we?
Yeah, I was showing you something, or you were showing me something, and David walks past and said, "You know what's important here, lads?"
Yeah. We were
just us joining college.
We didn't know much about David either.
No, David, if you probably not watching, but we love you.
He's a sound guy,
You are
right?
such a lovely lad.
And I think every teacher needs to be like that. That takes.
But we do have those type of teachers. I think we're so lucky.
He wasn't weird.
No, he was.
What he said was a generally joke. It's the kind of teacher he is. He makes a lot of.
But I think we are lucky. We have tutors that don't disrespect us. Don't talk down to us. We have tutors who think of us as adults, which I appreciate. I love that. Apart from one, apart from one, but yeah. So yeah, I think we're quite lucky now.
Apart from one, hang on. What are we on about?
I can't say.
Well, apart from one teacher
who's not here at the moment.
Doing too much, guys.
Same name as my mum.
Yes.
I feel like she kind of thought we were children again. To be fair, in all fairness, she did come from secondary school, so.
But she did kind of knew that we were older.
Yeah, and no disrespect to her, like she was great, but I felt like we was kind of.
Very nice.
I felt like I was a child again, which I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we are still young, 20.
But
we not like
childish games.
Yeah.
Especially on degree.
Yeah, that is true.
I would understand if it was like level 2 or.
Oh, I know what we can talk. We can talk about Mama. Let's talk about Mama.
Oh my god.
We created a short theatre piece called Mama. Which I loved. I loved it. I don't know why. Just seeing you. So Josh had a role where he was obsessed with his mum. That sounds weird. He was obsessed with his mum's death. That sounds weirder, but we'll get onto it. He was a scientist. And his mum passed away. Well, we was all brothers. Yeah, it passed away. His mum passed away. And instead of like burying her, he took her to his lab. And kind of started experimenting on it. And there's a scene where he just breaks out in dance and dances with the corpse, which I think is.
I think that showed a lot of me improvement of acting.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially at Mama.
Well, we had a fight scene, didn't we? We had a fight scene where you had to.
I made him laugh. Actually, I made you laugh.
You did.
I made him laugh. What did I say now? I didn't say it in any of the rehearsals, and I waited until the actual thing. And I said it was something to do with pot noodles. I think I brought that in and I went, I'm not the person who puts pot noodles in an oven.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
And then all of a sudden you was like...
But no, we had a fight scene. That was really cool. You had to throw me over the sofa, which, in fact, thinking about it, looks like
this exact sofa.
I don't think it's this exact actor, is it?
Yeah, this is the same sofa.
Is it?
Not the same one we use, but the same branding, yeah.
I was about to say, looks...
Yeah, this is the exact same.
But no, it was fun.
Maybe you should play a little clip. Find the funniest moment and play a little clip.
We have the best bits.
The video.
No, we do, but the best bits didn't get filmed.
I get to video certain bits of it.
Well, the Craig filmed it, and the SD card was full, so it stopped. But it's okay, Craig. I forgive you.
I think that was the biggest challenge for me, doing Mama.
But you was quite scared to do it, weren't you?
Because we spoke about it and we were all like volunteering what roles we want. And I said to them, actually, play villain this time. Well, not a villain, but I'm going to play someone that I've never played before. Someone very weird, because usually it'd be Jack that plays the character that I played.
But that's what I wanted, isn't it? I wanted
plays
to have a difference. I didn't want to typecast anyone. I feel like, to be fair, I feel like the only person who got typecasted was Liv.
I really enjoyed it, to be fair. It was really odd not to laugh.
Hard, isn't it?
Because a lot of us put stuff into it that we never rehearsed.
Should we talk about last week? Where we couldn't stop laughing. We did that. Friday. Where?
Oh guys, I keep yawning.
We're going to get a drink after this.
So excited. Corey's been asleep all day, do you know?
I have, yeah.
I literally had to force him
It started
out of bed.
3 minutes ago, but it's okay. We'll do this.
I can't wait for the waffle.
Oh yeah, I've got waffle ones, guys.
Yeah. We are two fatties.
But no, last week when we were doing that, trying to so those stories really like nonchalant and thingy. I just started wheezing.
Oh yeah, it was the news thing.
No, before the news thing.
Oh yeah, we had to sit. We obviously at first it started off as a normal like it weren't as funny, but it was when we had to like do it as a news thing. That's when we all started laughing. We had to sit on the desk, and we had to pretend that we was news presenters telling this this story that we had created.
This wild story about it, like
weird story. I started talking about some fat cows on top of cars and then flying pigs in the air. And then when I did the news presenting thing, the other reason I laughed was because of the way Korie said it. He went on about what were it now? You want two
squirrels
intercourse.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes.
But
so beforehand, I just said two squirrels having sex, and then I said,
it was the intercourse.
Two squirrels having sexual intercourse.
It was the way he said it was like
just like really just nonchalant.
Said it really posh like intercourse. And
then we had to. When we did the actual run of the thing, I did the Nigel Farage thing. News just in: Nigel Farage has just changed his name to Nigel Fromage, and for our French viewers, that is cheese. So it's just so stupid, but it was funny.
And now that's what what are we doing it for now? We're actually doing that.
It's so in our calls we have to do something called acting to camera, which is.
And we're not doing that, aren't we?
I think so. I believe so. I really want to use a TV studio. That'd be fun. Address it like a news thing.
I was the weather guy.
You was.
But I was like a weather guy that didn't know my lefts and rights and
north, south,
all
east,
that
west.
kind of stuff. So like that, you had to kind of look at.
Come on, we'll do it. We'll do it. You do yours. Do your bit.
Okay. Welcome to the weather with myself, Josh. So it's looking a bit rainy to the north, and it's a bit thunderstorming to the south.
Apologies, viewers. Our weatherman does not know his left to the right or north to south. That's all for us today at Mama News. Yeah, that was all right.
Mama News, see, look, we
incorporate everything.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's a great way to end.
It really is, and they might have not. Some of you might have found it a bit boring, but this was just more of like a
I think we've had some funny bits.
Yeah. Each week we're gonna try and get a topic on for each one, but we do need your help. Like,
let us know what you want us to talk about.
What do you want us to cover? Is there any question you got for us about acting? We don't want to just do all acting because I know how boring it can be. We
can do a Q&A.
Yeah, we could
halfway through the podcast.
Is it anything you want us to review? If you want to see us have a good laugh, do a laughing challenge.
Yeah,
let us know what you want to see from us, because we don't want to like decide the topics ourselves and it'd be boring. We want to listen to you guys, because it's you guys we need to impress.
Yeah,
we're gonna be aiming for that podcast number 1 year.
But no, thank you all for listening. If you're watching on Spotify, iTunes, hello. If you're watching on YouTube and just watching, hello. Thanks all for tuning in. I appreciate you all coming over and having a little sit down for us for 40 minutes. The podcast will be longer. It's just introduction, and plus we've got to go.
Because he's desperate for a drink.
I am. I'm an alcoholic. I'm not. Anyway, thanks all for watching and listening. I have been Korie Headley. My socials will be down in the description below.
And I am Josh Wilkinson, and I've enjoyed it, so thank you very much for listening. My social medias will also be in the descriptions down below, along with the Kosh
socials. It's so hard to say.
Do you want, actually, before we go, you need to explain why it's called the Kosh podcast. You've not explained it. They need to know.
I think it's just obvious.
Yeah, I mean, we was trying to find podcast names, and then Korie was like, "Let's just keep it simple." Kosh.
Kosh.
He sounded like he was on CBBS. Kosh. Mr. Tumble.
Shh. Can you say?
Shh. Anyway, that's a wrap.
Sorry.
See you next week. That was a good one.